Well, once again, I've put myself up for another meaningless yet time-consuming challenge. That there you saw probably is my closest attempt right at the beginning, and this is once again the journey of how I did Ellen's quest, commission, without using any elemental skills. Because right, if you consider about her, and her daily quest requires you to demonstrate a technique that she can use to destroy all these wooden training dummies. But in consideration of she doesn't actually have a vision, so we should actually show her how these things can get done. In the process, I really want to explain some of the, well, shooting techniques of archer characters that I'm able to use and practice, even though I have known these knowledge for so long, yet I didn't have time to put it to practice. And this is the most perfect time for me to do some practice like this, since I do consider myself as a bow character main. And here it is. I'll quickly explain some things. You know you can do charge shots, for example, by holding down your mouse button or your attack button, depends on what platform you're playing on, right? And on the PC, it's actually really hard to control in comparison to using a controller, because you can input a specific direction when you decide to shoot your arrow under normal clicks. But on the PC, you only get W, A, S, D, these four keys, and you cannot input a, well, what do you call, specific direction for the archer character to aim at. So it's actually really hard, but also there is this requirement of completing this in 2 seconds. 2 seconds, which means I need to fire 6 shots and all lands. But I do believe in this 2 second span you can actually shoot 7 shots, but excluding the travel time for the arrows, it'd be really hard to still achieve this. I do believe Fischl, as the character that's on the screen, can easily do it if I mastered her, well, normal attack sequence and normal attack animation. Of course, I have used Amber and Child a little bit better just in terms of their animation of normal attack. And well, this took me long. It took me about 2 hours, if you didn't believe it. And what's even more funny is this same commission came up the day after. Then I was able to do it in 5 minutes. I only recorded about 30 minutes worth of those, 2 hours, but eventually I'm really lucky to have my succeeding moment to be recorded. And here it is, how I spent so long practicing. In the end, well, I also tried to explain how you can actually try to attempt this. But before you start, one thing you must know is this will definitely torture you inside. Because you already know with a use of elemental skill, this you would be done within 5 seconds. And it's so tempting just to press that big red button on the Luke's Q skill if you get really irritated of not being able to finish this. Well, if you're prepared, and here will be soon my time lapse of how much I've tried, and since this is actually on my 3rd account, which I don't have my favorite bow characters, and I'll also explain why certain bow characters won't work in the scenario, so I had to log on to my main account just to join the same world, just to practice this. And the time lapse is about 25 times the normal speed. Well, it took me a long time. And I'll quickly show you the slow-mo of when I eventually was able to complete this. That was actually my best attempt, and I still couldn't replicate that same speed, even after the second day the same commission has came up. But this time around I was able to do it with just the normal character, and with Amber it's surprisingly easy. I only needed a few tries. Like I said, I only used 5 minutes to replicate this, and it's much easier once you have got the tricks down. There you go. That is basically the same replicated method that I used with my other account. I'll quickly explain with the same clip, with the same 2 clip of how you actually want to pull this off. First example, first you want to stand in between the first 2 wooden dummies, then prepare yourself to shoot forward and back, pressing W for your first shot, press S for your second shot, then quickly aim shot to shoot your upright one, then shoot twice for your forward one, and then aim shot once again to shoot your right side one. I was playing at 30% speed. Now let's see this clip from 50% speed. It's still the same process, but you just need time to practice. I really want to quickly explain why you need certain characters to pull this off, because certain characters that have their normal attack, the first 2 shots, they are considered as one normal attack. But that's not the issue. It's because they shoot 2 arrows rapidly, and one wooden dummy will suck up both of these 2 arrows damage just because it doesn't disappear fast enough when the second shot already hits it. I know, of course, there will definitely be people like, oh yeah, but what can this do? You're just wasting a whole 2 hours of practicing on the goddamn commission. And since that is the case, I have decided, well, it's going to be another process for me to make a archer character's guide. And I have done some extensive testings. Just by applying the method, I am able to get a 20% decrease in time soloing Tartaglia's boss fight throughout phase 1 and phase 2. So there you go, there's still a meaning behind this. Regardless, I will be making that guide eventually someday. Well, since I did promise you all with guides, if you are interested in that, please do subscribe and like this video. I mean, it did cost me some effort. It wasn't that hard, but there you go. Well, I guess I'll see you guys in the more in-depth bow character tutorial later on, in probably upcoming video. I can't really promise you anytime soon because it probably will take me quite a while to record all of the footage and all the techniques I need to cover. But regardless, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys later.